This is where we talk about real money issues, real mistakes, and real solutions. Today, we're tackling a big one, a topic that could change your financial future: the top 5 money mistakes beginners make and how to avoid them. No matter where you are, Nairobi, New York, London, or Lagos, these mistakes are global. And if you avoid them early, your financial journey will be so much smoother. We begin with what is, for many, the very first financial decision of their adult lives, and tragically, their first major mistake. Mistake number 1, bad loans and debt traps. The journey into debt often starts with the best of intentions. In countries like the United States and the United Kingdom, the dream of higher education is heavily marketed as the primary key to a successful future. But for millions, this key comes at a staggering price, locking them into decades of financial servitude before they even earn their first proper paycheck. Many young people start life with heavy student loans, a burden that can dictate their career choices, delay major life milestones like buying a home or starting a family, and create a baseline of financial anxiety that permeates everything. It's a classic bait and switch. You're sold a dream of upward mobility, but you're handed a bill that keeps you anchored down. The problem isn't just the principal amount, it's the insidious nature of interest, especially capitalized interest, which can cause the loan balance to grow, not shrink, during periods of deferment or forbearance. It feels like trying to swim against a current that's constantly pulling you back. Then comes the next level of the debt game: consumer debt, with its most seductive and dangerous player, the credit card. Credit cards make it easy to swipe and spend, but hard to pay back. They are masterpieces of behavioral psychology, designed to separate the pleasure of acquisition from the pain of payment. That sleek piece of plastic feels frictionless, almost like you're not spending real money. But the reality hits hard at the end of the month. The real trap isn't the card itself, but the concept of minimum payments. Let's break it down. Say you buy a new TV for $1,000 on a card with a 21% annual percentage rate, or APR. The bank might say your minimum payment is just $25. Sounds manageable, right? Wrong. If you only pay that minimum, it could take you over 7 years to clear that debt, and you'd end up paying over $700 in interest alone. You've paid for the TV almost twice over. This is the minimum payment trap, and it's how credit card companies make billions. They are betting on you to do the bare minimum, keeping you on the hook and paying interest for as long as possible. This problem of high-interest, easily accessible debt is a global phenomenon, adapting its form to the local context. In Kenya and across much of sub-Saharan Africa, the explosion of fintech has led to a flood of mobile loan apps. They promise instant money with just a few taps on your phone, a lifeline for someone facing an emergency with no access to traditional banks. But this convenience comes at a terrifying cost. In Kenya, mobile loan apps give instant money, but with sky-high interest. We're not talking about 20% a year. We're talking about rates that can equate to annual percentages in the hundreds, sometimes even over 1,000%. These apps can pull personal data from your phone, and some resort to debt shaming, contacting people in your phone book if you default. It's a vicious cycle. A small loan for groceries can spiral into an unmanageable debt, forcing the borrower to take out another loan just to pay the first one. Across Africa and Asia, similar predatory practices thrive. Payday loans offer a quick fix until your next salary, but trap you in a cycle of borrowing. And hire purchase schemes or rent-to-own make expensive items seem affordable with small weekly payments. But do the math, and you'll find you're paying 2 or 3 times the item's actual worth. These are not financial tools, they are financial traps designed to keep people stuck in a perpetual state of debt. To understand how to fight this, we need to understand the difference between debt that builds you up and debt that tears you down. We can call this good debt versus bad debt. Good debt is an investment in your future. It's money you borrow to acquire an asset that will grow in value or generate income. A sensible mortgage on a home, a carefully planned loan to start a business, or a student loan for a high-demand degree that demonstrably increases your earning potential can all be forms of good debt. The key is that it has a positive return on investment. Bad debt, on the other hand, is used to finance consumption or to purchase things that lose value over time. This is your credit card debt for dinners and gadgets, your high-interest loan for a vacation, or a car loan that's more than you can truly afford. It provides a temporary lifestyle boost but creates a long-term financial drag. It doesn't build your wealth, it drains it. The most critical question to ask yourself before taking on any debt is simple. Is this purchase going to make me money in the long run, or is it just going to cost me money? So, how to avoid this? How do you navigate a world designed to push you into debt? The solution is a combination of mindset and strategy. First, you must internalize the difference between a want and a need, and between good debt and bad debt. Borrow only when it adds tangible long-term value, like for education that has a clear career path, a business with a solid plan, or a genuine, unavoidable emergency. Always ask, will this debt help me grow or will it trap me? Second, build your defenses. The single most powerful weapon against bad debt is an emergency fund. This isn't just a savings account, it's a freedom fund. It's a cash cushion, typically 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses, set aside in an easily accessible account. When your car breaks down or you have an unexpected medical bill, you can pay for it with your own money instead of reaching for a credit card or a payday loan. This fund is what breaks the cycle of borrowing for survival. And most importantly, build the habit of saving before borrowing. Start small. It doesn't matter if it's $5 or $50 a week. Automate the transfer to your savings account the day you get paid. This pay yourself first principle ensures that you are prioritizing your financial security over discretionary spending. It shifts your identity from someone who owes to someone who owns. This is the fundamental step towards taking back control. Ultimately, debt is a tool. In the hands of a skilled craftsman, a tool can build a masterpiece. In the hands of someone who doesn't understand its power, it can cause immense damage. Your task is to become that skilled craftsman of your own financial life. Learn the rules, respect the risks, and use debt strategically, not impulsively. By distinguishing between debt that serves you and debt that enslaves you, and by building a fortress of savings, you transform from a potential victim into a conscious architect of your own financial destiny. Mistake number 2, overspending and lifestyle inflation. This is perhaps the most seductive trap on the path to financial well-being, and it's become supercharged in our hyper-connected world. It often starts with a subtle, creeping feeling of pressure to look rich, or at least to look like you're doing better than you are. We see it all around us. The curated perfection on Instagram, the Get Ready With Me videos on TikTok featuring products that cost a week's salary, the constant barrage of ads telling us what we need to be happy. It's a powerful illusion, and many beginners fall for it, believing that wealth is about what you show, not what you have. This leads directly to lifestyle inflation, a phenomenon I call the golden treadmill. It's when your spending habits expand to match every single pay raise you get. You get a promotion, and instead of saving or investing the extra income, you immediately upgrade your apartment. You get a bonus, and it's gone on a new car lease. Your income goes up, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck, just with more expensive stuff. You're running faster, earning more, but you're not actually getting any closer to financial freedom. You're simply upgrading the quality of your cage. This trap manifests differently across the globe, but the outcome is the same. In the US and UK, easy credit fuels the habit. Credit cards with high limits and buy now, pay later services make it dangerously simple to spend money you don't have. They sell you the dream today and hand you the bill tomorrow with interest. In many bustling African cities, the soft life culture creates immense social pressure. It's a desire for a life of comfort and luxury, and it pushes young professionals to spend far beyond their salaries on designer labels, exclusive parties, and the latest gadgets to project an image of success. The pressure to keep up is relentless. Let's consider a case study. Meet Aisha, a talented graphic designer. After 2 years of hard work, she landed a major promotion, boosting her salary by 40%. She was ecstatic. Finally, she could live the life she felt she deserved. The first thing she did was move from her modest shared flat to a stylish one-bedroom apartment in a trendier part of town. Her rent doubled. Then, she traded her bus pass for a car lease on a brand-new compact SUV. Her daily commute became more comfortable, but it came with a hefty monthly payment and insurance costs. Her weekend brunches with friends evolved into fine dining experiences, and she started buying designer handbags to feel more aligned with the senior executives at her company. A year after her big promotion, Aisha looked at her finances. Despite earning significantly more, she had less in savings than before. She was trapped, living in a state of high anxiety, constantly worried about her next paycheck just to cover her inflated expenses. She was on the golden treadmill, and it was exhausting. So how do you avoid this? How do you step off the treadmill? It starts with a conscious decision to define wealth on your own terms, not by society's standards. The most powerful tool to achieve this is a budget. Don't let that word scare you. A budget isn't a restriction, it's a plan for your freedom. A fantastic starting point is the 50-30-20 rule. It's simple and effective. 50% of your after-tax income goes to your needs. This is the essential stuff: rent or mortgage, utilities, essential groceries, insurance, and minimum debt payments. Be honest here, a daily latte is not a need. 30% is for your wants. This is the fun stuff: dining out, hobbies, streaming services, shopping for non-essentials. This is where you spend consciously on things that bring you genuine joy. And the most crucial part, 20% goes directly to savings and investing. This is you paying your future self first. This 20% should be automated. The day your salary hits your account, have an automatic transfer set up to move this money into a separate high-yield savings account for your emergency fund and into your investment or retirement accounts. When the money is out of sight, you're less tempted to spend it. This single habit is the most effective way to build wealth over time. Beyond budgeting, build friction between impulse and action. Implement the 48-hour rule for any non-essential purchase over a certain amount, say $100. If you see something you want, wait 2 full days. This pause allows the initial emotional excitement to fade, letting your rational brain take over. You'll be surprised how often you decide you don't actually need it. For smaller, everyday temptations, try the cash envelope system for a month. Withdraw cash for your wants categories and put it in labeled envelopes. When the dining out envelope is empty, you cook at home. It makes spending tangible and real in a way that tapping a card never can. Finally, curate your environment. Unsubscribe from tempting marketing emails. Unfollow social media accounts that trigger envy and make you feel inadequate. Your digital space should inspire you, not pressure you to spend. Financial psychologist Dr. Anya Sharma notes, our spending is often driven by a desire to regulate our emotions, to seek pleasure or avoid pain. The key to financial control is not to suppress these emotions, but to create a system that prevents them from making costly decisions in the heat of the moment. Resisting lifestyle inflation isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making conscious, deliberate choices. It's choosing to build a safety net, to have options, and to design a life of genuine freedom. And remember, true wealth isn't silent. It's not about the car you drive or the brands you wear. True wealth is silent. It's the unspent money in your investment account, the fully funded emergency fund that lets you sleep at night, and the freedom to make choices not based on financial necessity but on personal desire. Living within your means today builds that priceless freedom for tomorrow. Mistake number 3, chasing quick money and scams. From Ponzi schemes to fake crypto, the world is full of get-rich-quick promises. In Nigeria, the scheme collapsed, leaving millions broke. Across Asia and Africa, forex scams and betting addiction drain people daily. How to avoid this? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Focus on long-term growth, saving, investing, and building skills. Educate yourself before putting money into anything. Mistake number 4, not saving or investing early. Many people say, I'll start later when I earn more. But truth is, expenses keep growing. So start now. In the US, studies show those who start saving at 20 retire comfortably. Those who wait until 35 often struggle. How to avoid this? Save at least 10 to 20% of any income. Start small, even $1 or 100 shillings a day. Use simple, safe savings tools before moving into investments. Mistake number 5, ignoring financial education. Many people think money is just common sense, but schools rarely teach it, and ignorance is expensive. In the UK, many fall into credit card traps because they don't understand interest. In Kenya, some borrow from multiple loan apps because they lack financial education. How to avoid this? Watch channels like BINTI Money Matters tips, read at least one money book a year, and follow trustworthy financial podcasts and educators. So there you have it. We've journeyed together through the 5 most common and most costly money mistakes that can trip up anyone just starting out. Let's take one final, deeper look at these financial pitfalls, not to scare you, but to empower you. Think of this as your final checklist before you set off on your path to financial freedom. We've covered bad loans and debt traps, overspending and lifestyle inflation, chasing quick money, not saving or investing early, and the one that underpins them all, ignoring financial education. Recognizing these traps is the first step to avoiding them entirely. First, we talked about the siren song of easy credit, bad loans and debt traps. This isn't just about a single credit card. It's the payday loans that promise a quick fix, but charge astronomical interest rates, trapping people in a cycle of borrowing just to pay back the last loan. It's the buy now, pay later schemes that feel harmless for a single purchase, but quickly stack up into an unmanageable mountain of monthly payments. Consider the story of Alex, a recent graduate who took out a small, high-interest loan to cover a car repair. The fees and interest ballooned so fast that within a year he owed triple the original amount. His quick fix became a long-term financial anchor. The key takeaway here is to always read the fine print. If an interest rate seems too good to be true or is vaguely described, run. Your best defense against these traps is building a small emergency fund, even just $500, to cover unexpected costs without resorting to predatory lenders. If you're already in debt, look into strategies like the snowball or avalanche method to start chipping away at it systematically. It's not about shame, it's about strategy. Next up is the subtle but powerful trap of overspending and lifestyle inflation. This is the mistake that whispers, "You got a raise, you deserve a new car," or "Everyone on your feed has that new gadget, you should too." It's the pressure to keep up with the Joneses, who are probably broke anyway. Let's picture Sarah. She landed a great new job with a 20% salary increase. Instead of saving or investing that extra income, she immediately upgraded to a fancier apartment and started dining out 5 nights a week. A few months later, despite earning more than ever, she was more stressed about money than before. Her lifestyle had inflated to consume every new dollar. The antidote? Mindful spending and the pay yourself first principle. Before you pay any bills or buy any lattes, automatically transfer a portion of your paycheck into a savings or investment account. Use the 50-30-20 rule as a guide. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. It's not about deprivation, it's about aligning your spending with your long-term goals, not your short-term impulses. Then there's the allure of the financial lottery ticket, chasing quick money. In our hyper-connected world, this mistake is more tempting than ever. It's the friend of a friend who supposedly made a fortune on a meme stock, the anonymous online guru promising guaranteed 1,000% returns on a new cryptocurrency, or the multi-level marketing pitch that sounds more like a cult than a business. Remember Mark? He saw a TikTok video about a can't-miss stock, and driven by FOMO, the fear of missing out, he poured his entire savings into it without doing a shred of research. A week later, the hype died, the stock plummeted, and Mark's savings were gone. True wealth is almost never built overnight. It's built slowly, deliberately, and, let's be honest, a little boringly. As the legendary investor Warren Buffett says, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Instead of gambling, focus on proven, long-term strategies, like investing in diversified, low-cost index funds. It's not as exciting as a rocket emoji, but it's infinitely more likely to build you a secure future. This brings us to perhaps the most silent but impactful mistake: not saving or investing early. It's so easy to think, I'm young, I have plenty of time, or I'll start investing when I make more money. But the single greatest asset you have as a beginner is time itself, thanks to the magic of compound interest. Let's make this crystal clear with our friends, Emily and Ben. Emily starts investing just $100 a month at age 25. Ben thinks he has time, so he waits until he's 35 to start. To catch up, he invests double Emily's amount, $200 a month. They both earn an average 8% return and plan to retire at 65. Who has more money? Emily. And it's not even close. By starting just 10 years earlier, Emily's portfolio grows to over $349,000, while Ben's, despite his higher contributions, only reaches about $275,000. That decade of compounding gave Emily a $74,000 advantage. The lesson is powerful. Start now. It doesn't matter if it's $20 a month. Open a Roth IRA. Contribute to your employer's 401k. Use a micro-investing app. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Finally, we arrive at the root of all these other mistakes: ignoring financial education. You wouldn't try to fly a plane without lessons, yet many of us navigate our complex financial lives with little to no training. Financial literacy isn't about becoming a Wall Street analyst. It's about understanding the language of money so you can make confident, informed decisions for yourself. It's knowing the difference between an asset and a liability. It's understanding your credit score and how it impacts your life. It's learning the basics of investing so you aren't swayed by hype. This education is more accessible than ever. Read foundational books like The Psychology of Money or I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Listen to reputable podcasts while you commute. Follow trusted financial educators online, like us here at BINTI Money Matters Tips. The small investment of time you make in learning about money will pay the highest dividends of all, protecting you from scams, bad advice, and your own worst impulses for the rest of your life. Whew! That was a lot, I know. But here's the most important part. No one is perfect. Maybe one of these stories hit a little too close to home. Maybe you're staring at a credit card bill right now, or you just realized you haven't started saving for retirement. That's okay. Acknowledging where you are is the first, most powerful step toward getting where you want to be. There is no shame in the past, only opportunity in the future. So let's make this a safe space to learn and grow. Which one of these 5 mistakes do you feel is the biggest hurdle for you right now? Drop it in the comments below. By sharing, you're not only helping yourself process it, but you might be helping someone else feel less alone. Let's learn from each other's experiences. Remember what we said at the beginning. Money is a journey, not a race. Your financial path is as unique as your fingerprint. It will have its own hills to climb, rivers to cross, and unexpected detours. Don't get discouraged by comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. The goal isn't to have the fastest journey, it's to build a resilient one. Avoiding these 5 traps is like giving yourself a reliable map and a sturdy pair of hiking boots. You'll be able to navigate the terrain with confidence, avoid the obvious pitfalls, and ultimately reach your destination. A life of financial security and freedom. You'll save yourself not just money, but years of stress and anxiety. If you're ready to take firm control of your financial journey, to trade anxiety for action, and to build a future where you are in charge of your money, not the other way around, then we invite you to join our community. We're here to be your guide, your resource, and your biggest cheerleader every step of the way. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, share it with a friend who might need to hear this, and subscribe for more practical money tips from BINTI Money Matters Tips. Your future self will thank you. We'll see you in the next video.
Paper dreams in a wallet fold. Shiny promises bought and sold. Green whispers, they never grow old, but they burn like fire, burn like fire. It's a chase, it's a dance, we trade luck, we take a chance. Oh, it slips right through my hands. Money, money, it laughs and it runs. Money, money, a thief in the sun. Money, money, it's never enough. Oh, golden greed eats us up. Silver coins in a wishing well, every toss a secret spell. Stack it high, build your citadel, but it crumbles